Alright, so we've got the Retribution guys are set up. It's a pretty straightforward deployment. By the way, I'm a point over. I'm at 36. I have the giant unit of Dawn Guard there next to this objective, a Chimera in the middle, Adeptus Ron in the back, 3 units of Battle Mages right there, and the Phoenix right in the middle. So that's kind of how the matchup is. Khador's got a giant bulk there. Deployment's only 10 inches, so Rin is adjusting his guys back. That is a difference between Warhammer and War Machine. So, but he still has the bulk of his forces. Rin's playing Warcaster Straykov. He's right down there. Right.
Unit Shock Troopers, Unit Demo Corps, Grey Lord Terranians, whatever they're called.
That's
I'm
right.
trying those.
Okay.
And I'm trying some Doom Reavers, and then the Battle Mechanic group.
Okay, fantastic. I'm eager to see how it works.
Oh, then Juggernaut and Kodiak.
Let's talk about terrain. Here's how we're going to run it. Getting up a trench, so to go from here to here is 3 inches of movement. So what that counts as. So you'd actually need 4 to clear it. And but getting down is only 2 inches of movement. So it would be 3 inches to go like that. Whoops.
So there's some homebrew. I think they actually have rules for trenches.
Yeah, so, but that's what we're going to do.
That's what we're doing.
So linear obstacles, that's these things here, these fences. You've got these sandbags there, and the rule book says a non-charging advancing model can cross a linear obstacle at no penalty as long as the model can move completely past it. Otherwise must stop short. Cannot partially cross, climb atop, or stand atop a linear obstacle, and it prevents a charge.
And the easiest way to do like the ones where you can stand on is if it's a 1 inch square essentially. So like
Right,
this
and
one
there's rules for that too.
I can stand on this one.
Right. Okay, thank you. And other than that, this is mostly open ground. All right, so Rin is up first. It's top of the first. Khador goes.
Dice out.
And Rin is getting set up. He's on his maintenance phase. So maintenance phase is first, then control phase, then activation phase. So maintenance phase is he removes all focus points from his models. There aren't any because it's the first turn of the game. And then he checks for expiration of continuous effects. In control phase, he will, which is now, he'll put focus on his warjacks as needed. All right, so what happens?
So first thing is what you do is you allocate focus. So that's what I did. I took 6 focus. I'm keeping 5 of it on Straykov to cast upkeep spells, and I'm putting 1 on the Juggernaut so he can run.
Which is which one of these here?
This one.
Okay.
Kodiak can run without spending focus, so I don't need to put any on him. So
All right.
then I just do my move.
Great. Yeah, and it's going to be pretty straightforward for the first 2 turns. All right, so when a unit activates, the unit leader, and there's always a unit leader, he can give different commands, notably to run or charge. So this unit will be running, which doubles their movement,
So the
which
movement's
is 8.
4, so 8.
Yeah, so it's just a penalty of 2 to get past the down slope there.
So I'm going 2 forward,
Okay,
and then penalty of 2.
that's right.
So
2,
that's
but it
4.
costs to actually get past the thing.
So 5,
Right.
6,
That's
7,
about
so I got
right.
3 inches left. Don't get me right up here.
Right.
Which,
Now,
and what's
another
different
way to- yeah,
from
go ahead.
Warhammer 40k is you actually don't have to keep coherency.
Right.
because
There's a bubble around the leader. Which one's the leader? Is it this helmetless
this
one
one.
here?
So like these guys can be 9 inches away from this dude. So I can have one over here.
Yeah, so show how far away they could be
Okay.
and still be in coherency.
That's still incoherent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically it's their command range in inches.
But it's funny how old habits die hard. You tend to deploy them in old, 40K style
Well, it's like the
formation.
battle mechanics work better when they're deployed kind of closer together. These
Right.
guys got shield wall. I don't
Right.
know much about these two yet. This is a test game for those.
Right.
So we'll see. These guys are good.
The Grey Lords, because I was reading up on Rin's army, they have magic attacks, like ice spells.
Shield wall.
Okay?
Move forward and shield wall. You can't run in
They're
shield
in base
wall.
to base. Oh, you can't run. Okay.
I don't think so, because
Right.
it's a.
I didn't know
it's
that.
An order to shield wall.
Is it? Oh, okay. Right. Right. So he couldn't simultaneously give the order to run as well. That's interesting. Well, and that's different than these guys. The Dawn Guard, they don't have a shield wall order. They just have a power called defensive line, which as well as in base to base, it gets +2 armor. Well, you probably get more armor from your shield wall. Don't you get 4? Yeah, that's a big
armor
difference.
21.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So my guys, I read online that one way to do that is instead of forming a wall, because as the name suggests, just put them in triples like this. So if one guy dies, the other two still have it, and so you have to kill 2 guys to get rid of all of them from having the defensive line ability.
They will also run. They got speed
Those
6.
guys are fast,
It's like
and
around
those guys are
4
bad
inches.
if they touch you. Okay, so Rin basically advanced his line. You've got the field mechanics following the Juggernaut
And
here.
the Kodiak.
The Kodiak as well with 2 field mechanics. So is this a field mechanic too?
That's my leader. It's actually a 30 meg model, but
Okay.
I like to use that
It's
one
the
'cause
leader
it's
of the field
different.
mechanics?
Yes.
Oh, so this is all one giant unit here?
Yes.
Right? Giant meaning 6 guys.
Yeah.
Okay, great. There's your Warcaster. And so these guys are going to do a magic?
Yeah, they're trying to
Effect,
cast
a
the
skill?
AoE cloud effect. So
Okay, and
this
who are
one
they
will
casting
cast
it on?
My battle mechanic leader.
Okay, great.
Nope.
Okay, he needs to get a 7 or
this one's
under
gonna
since
cast
it's a
on the
skill
Kodiak.
check.
Nope. And then
That's
this
a
one
9.
will also try to cast on the Kodiak. Nope.
Wow, that was not so good.
Not one.
Okay, and that's your last activation.
Yep. Oh, and
So it
I
passes.
cast superiority on the Juggernaut, which gave him +2 speed, mat, and defense.
Okay.
And then these guys have stealth. It's oculation.
Oculation,
Oculation.
what does that mean? What does that
Stealth.
do?
Gives him stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah,
I thought you said it gives them stuff.
No, stealth.
I'm like, can you be more
It gives him
specific?
stuff.
It gives them stuff. Stealth means you can't be targeted by ranged attacks from beyond 5 inches.
Yep.
But you can be charged if you have stealth.
Yep.
And what was this spell again?
Gives me +2
+2
speed,
speed.
mat, and defense.
Oh, that's fantastic. Bring his defense to a whopping 13.
12.
12. Okay, great. So now against Khador, I have to watch his charge range very carefully. His movement typically for his warjacks is 4, if I'm not mistaken. Do any of them have more than 4 that you're fielding right now? 4. So when you charge, you get +3 to that. So he'd have 7. So with the spell on this guy, it would give him, so 4 plus 3, say, right about there, plus the spell gives him 2 inches, and then does your weapon have a reach or no reach?
No.
No reach. So that means his threat range is right about there. So I have to be careful. Also, Strakov has a feat that gives plus speed, +4 speed.
4 speed.
Yeah, so I have to be very careful. So this Jack's
And that
range
and that does
right now, right, is 13 inches, which is right about there. So he's a beast. But I say, bring it on. Bring it on. How many of my guys could he kill before I absolutely annihilate that one guy? So it's a toughie, and I think Rin could possibly be, because these guys are, well, will they be penalized by coming down here? So he's got kind of an uneven line. But there you go. Okay, during my control phase, Adeptus Ron is keeping 6 focus on himself. He's going to use spells. And I put 1 on the Chimera and 1 on the Phoenix. The Chimera at the beginning of the turn can move 2 inches. He can do like a little teleportation. So I'm going to go ahead and teleport up here and then start my turn. Okay, House Shael Battle Mages have a move of 6. I'm going to give the order to run. That gives them 12. Penalize 2 for going down into the trench is 10 inches of net movement forward. So they end up something like this. Same thing with these guys. Alright, Retribution turn 1. Not that much going on. I just didn't move my guys very much. I just reformed them, keeping them in base to base for defensive line. Again, I have to beware of his charge range. And quite frankly, I don't want to get charged this turn. So what I probably should have done was I probably should have put Polarity Shield on these guys and moved them up and just said, okay, no chargey for you. So, but I didn't do that. I did put Polarity Shield on the Phoenix and basically moved up the 18 Shael Battle Mages into the trench here and just kind of kept the Chimera in a relatively safe position. Again, I have to make sure everything's outside of that 13-inch Pathfinder no barrier charge arc. So that is definitely a problem there. Alright, and so we're on to Khador turn. While Rin is allocating his focus and getting himself set up here, I thought I would talk about commissioning a War Machine army. One of the great barriers to the game is not knowing what armies are, quote, good. I'll provide a link in the liner notes to a site called the Battle College. That's a great place to go up and look some lists and read what things do. The other way is to do what's called a turbo army, and that's where you give us a certain budget and you let us more or less take control of the project. We get to determine how it's painted within reason, within the genre, and based, and also what the army composition is, but it's a flat amount and you get the best bang for your buck, so to speak. And so that's one way to go about it. Another thing to consider is using the tiered list in each one of the books. It gives sort of a progression based on the Warcaster and gives you bonuses based on that, on what you take in the army. It gives you some limitations, but also some guidelines as well. And the tiered lists aren't too bad. They're certainly reasonable. What do you say, Ren, about tiered lists?
They're a great place to start.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
There's only been a couple I found that I don't really like.
Right.
Like, Strakov's is like, okay, it's not really my play style, so I just, but I like him, so I just run him without running a tiered list.
Yeah, and definitely you want to start out with, if you're going to go easy, I'd say 15 points. That is a very small game, though. This is what I'd consider a very mid-sized game. 35 points is very comfortable. 50 points is considered, in my opinion, a full game. And, you know, you've got, what is it? You have 12, and you have 33 models in a 35-point army, in my case. And looks like 12, 18, 21, about 25 models in Rin's army. So definitely doable. One way to go is just to start out with 15, 30, maybe 35 points, and try it out, see how you like it, and then you'll definitely have some ideas on what you want to add. But if you want to ask us advice, then just go with a turbo army. We do, for the turbo armies, we do accept some rough guidelines, like you might say, you know, I like dark colors, I want them to have a brooding feel. You might, you know, not like certain colors. Some people, you know, have an aversion to purple, for example. And so there's that. All right, another round of movement for Khador. Just moved his jacks up. Very consolidated line right here. Very likely to split my forces in two, right? This way here. That was kind of a natural split that I accepted. Definitely in charge range, unless I'm just going to retreat right off the edge of the board. I have to deal with this guy this turn. There's really just no way around it. So it's on now, folks. I thought it was going to be easy. Oh no, it's going to be the hard way. All right, Retribution turn 2. Adeptus Ron is placing 3 focus onto the Phoenix, indicated here next to his card. I spent 1 focus, which I've removed from his pool of an 8, to maintain polarity shield on the Phoenix. That makes it so he can't be charged from the front arc. And I kept 4 focus for the Warcaster to use himself. Also, during the beginning of the turn, the Chimera can use his power Apparition, which is to move 2 inches. And I'm going to move him back just like that. I activated the House Shail Battle Mages, moved them up thuswise, and they're going to use a magic ranged attack called Force Bolt, which is range 10. I'm going to do this guy first on him. Let's see if he's within 10 inches, and he is. Now he has covered, which is +2 defense, bringing his defense to 12. Yep. My base is 6, plus 2d6, so I need a 6 or higher to hit him. And that is a miss. I'll activate the next guy, or do the next guy. That is a hit. And it's strength 10 plus 2d6. That's 14 damage, so it doesn't do any damage, but it does push or pull him d3 inches. So I'm going to move him 1 inch forward. Blink.
Okay, that goes with him.
Oh, does it go with him?
Yes.
I thought I'd pull him out of it. Crap. All right, not a problem. So next guy, same thing. This is the 3rd guy. That's a miss. This guy, needing a 6 to hit.
What was that back guy in range before you shot, though?
No, it wasn't, but he's in range now.
Well, I don't think that's how it works, though. I think they all have to be
Well,
in when
they
you
all
start.
go at the same time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, the answer is yes, he was in range.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so strength 10. That's no damage. Wait, actually, it's 20 damage. What's his armor?
20.
Okay, no damage. Pulls him 3 inches. So we'll just move the cloud and everything up. Thuswise. Blink. Okay, one last guy. That's a hit with a 6. And the damage is, whoa! 2
Actually,
points of
might have done
damage.
2
So
points,
the
cool.
location is the 6. Hold on, there's some kind of critical hit that happens too.
Knockdown.
Force Bolt. On a critical hit, the enemy model is knocked down after being pushed.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Which I knew that was going to happen, so I already got a knockdown token.
Yay! All right, and that's it for them. That was actually not what I had hoped. I had hoped to, what was it? I had hoped to drag him all the way and then polish him off the Phoenix and the Chimera. But we'll see what happens. Going to go ahead and move these battle mages over here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they're in range.
Yeah, I think they're just going to move up top here, and that should be pretty straightforward. Well, hold on. -3 would be 3 inches, so these guys can't make it up if they're also going to shoot. But those guys have stealth, so I may as well not do that. I'm just going to try and stay 7 inches away or more, and just run these guys up. They should have plenty of room for that. Wow, that is really a toughie. I think I'm just going to move these guys over like this, a plain old 6-inch advance, and I'll keep shooting at that guy, see if I can just peg off a few more boxes on him. So here we go, all easily within 10 inches.
Can you
No?
shoot them?
Why shouldn't I be able to shoot him?
Line of sight from other models?
Well, it's not abstracted. This guy has a tube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the guys in back just have to be able to see him over it. So by definition, if you were taller at all. Oh, but they actually have rules for this. Let's find
Yeah.
out. So I'm kicking a man while he's down. Stationary model has a penalty to defense. I don't know what that is. I think it's halved or something like that. What is it?
it's different for sure. So you hit with all of them?
Yeah, these guys all hit because he's knocked down. His defense is 5 plus 2 for the cloud is 7, and my skill is 6, so double ones misses. Here comes damage. Basically 11 or 12 does any damage. Nothing, 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 and nothing.
Okay.
So, you know, it was fun while it lasted.
Worth a shot. What else do you do?
So here it comes. Ron is going to use telekinesis twice on the this guy right here.
Okay.
So I'm going to move him 4 inches. Well, let's move, then use telekinesis. Here we go. So a net of 4 inches. By the way, that was the dumbest thing that I could ever do. Let's move him 2 inches instead. Wow, is that going to be enough? All right, well, we're about to find out. All right, well, I started in on this course, and I'm going to finish it.
Still polarity?
Polarity shield? Actually, I don't need polarity shield. None of this stuff is within range. This guy maybe, but have fun. So yeah, I am going to telekinesis twice. So that blew the 4 energy that Ron had. I'm going to use 1 for a charge. So his base movement is 6 plus 3 for a charge is 9. I'm charging this guy.
Okay.
And I have reach, so that should be plenty. I'm going to clunk him right there like that.
Okay.
Get my polarity shield up.
Have fun killing the one guy.
Yay. Yeah, I am going to have fun killing the one guy, just so you know. So here it comes. Charge, what does charge give you?
So what a charge does is you obviously get the plus movement. There's no bonuses for attacking. And what happens is if you hit with the charge attack, you get automatic boosted damage.
Oh, okay. So what's your defense?
My defense is pretty negligible. It's 11. 11.
Okay, so I need a 5. So here's what I'm doing.
And
He has open fist, so I'm going to do
well,
the open
you gotta
fist
say
first.
you gotta say which one is
hello.
the damage boosted one.
Can you hold on just a second? Technically, I could charge and stop when I got in reach, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
do that.
then I'm going to do that, and I'm going to turn this way.
Okay.
Because I think you have to turn towards one of your guys, right? So anyway, so there you go. Now I have reach to both of them. Isn't that a nice feature?
So is this your
So
boosted?
first one, this is my boosted one. I'm going to do it against him.
Okay.
That hits, and the damage is 13 plus this. That's not
actually
so
didn't
good.
do it.
That's 20 damage.
Armor 16, so he only took 4.
Only took 4. Okay, so his next one, I have 2 focus on this guy still. So here it comes. Nat 6, that's 15, so that's a hit. And, oh, hello. And this is the thermal blade, so I'll go ahead and hit the same guy again. And that's 17 damage.
17.
Reach, magic attack. 17 base for the thermal
Are you
blade.
gonna boost? Okay.
No, not going to boost it. So there's 26 damage.
Okay, did it do 8?
So does that finish
Yes,
that guy
it did.
off?
Yes, it did.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to spend a
Sounds good.
focus and get an additional attack with the thermal blade on him.
Okay.
Nat 6 plus 7 is 13, so that's a hit. That exceeds his defense. And I'm just going to use regular damage. 17 plus 8 is 25.
Okay.
So that's 9 damage. So that killed both of those guys. The spell's still in effect on this guy back here.
Yep.
And I still have a focus. I don't know how that's going to help me, but I am going to leave it on there.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it.
Wowzers. All right, so we'll see if I'll regret making that little maneuver. These guys aren't going to do anything. They're just going to stand there.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's right. And
That it?
not quite. I'm still working on it.
Oh, you got your chimera.
Yeah. I don't even know why I take that. I should probably ditch something else and just take a second Phoenix, really. Because the Phoenixes are insanely
they're
good.
gnarly.
Yeah. And I'm not sure what the Chimera is
Tough
doing.
to
He's not
deal with,
really
too.
big enough. Well, against your army,
Well, I
he's
think
not really
against
good. He doesn't match up against anything.
Against
What I
anything
should do
that's
is I
not
should be
me.
sneaking the Chimera around the side to take out these little oddball guys
Yeah.
on the edge there. So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the timer up right there.
Okay.
Come and get me.
Okay.
All right, that's it.